just Candy, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a current subscriber, welcome back. Can you believe it's already been a year since I had my breast implants and my lift surgery? Time went by so freaking fast. So today I'm going to give you guys the full rundown of why I decided to do it, what the surgery was like, how the recovery time went, and how I'm feeling about everything a year later. And listen up, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to share the good, the awkward, and the real surprises that nobody warned me about. I'll show you the bra they had me living in 24/7 after surgery. We're going to talk about scar care. I will share my tips if you're thinking about going for this type of surgery for yourself. Before we get into it, let me say that this type of surgery is a personal decision that you have to make for yourself. For me, it wasn't about chasing the fad or trying to look like somebody else or still trying to be young or anything like that. It was about feeling comfortable in my skin again. I had gotten my health back on track, my energy was up, but when I looked in the mirror, I still felt like something was missing. If you ever felt that kind of disconnect, I really hope that my story will help you figure out what's right for you. So, here's what I had done. I had 2 procedures and 1 surgery. Number 1, I had the breast implants. I went with the 350cc gummy implants with the cohesive silicone gel. Meaning they keep their shape well and it feels soft and it feels natural. The second part of my surgery was the breast lift or the mastopexy. Now, what they did was they shaped my breast, they removed all that extra skin, they tightened the tissue so everything sits youthful and in its place. Now, doing both together meant only recovering once, and I got the full transformation in size and shape right there. So let me give you guys the backstory as to why I decided to do the breast lift and the implants. Now, back in 2023, I got diagnosed with pre-diabetes, which means at that time, I think I was 175 thick, right? And so my doctor said, you know what, your A1C is in the 6 range and we need to do something about it. So going back a little bit further, back in 2019, I had surgery for my adrenal gland removal. And then I ended up having a small stroke before. And when I had the small stroke, it caused me to have AFib. So that's going to be a whole another sit down and we can talk about my health history. So with that being said, by me gaining the weight, it increased my A1C. So she said, you know what, we got to get some weight off you because we don't want your heart to be overstressed. I said, oh, cool. And so I ended up losing the 50 pounds. And when I lost the 50 pounds, I lost everything. I lost muscle mass, my breast, baby. They were so paper thin. And then at that time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling good about myself. I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror because I didn't have the full breast before. So case in point, before I lost all the weight, I was a 36 double D. So clean up my diet, exercising, and trying to live a clean, healthy life. I got the 50 pounds off. Great. So when the 50 pounds came off, my breasts were sagging. They were bad, didn't look good, and I didn't feel like a woman. I didn't feel sexy. I didn't feel any of that. So getting the lift and the implants for me was restoring my confidence, my self-esteem, so that I can feel better about myself. So let's talk about the doctor. I think it's very important when you're going to have a medical procedure, whether it's a breast lift or breast implants or any type of cosmetic surgery or just regular surgery in anything that you do to your body, you need to do your homework. And for me, it was really important that I find someone that understood my concept, understood my body, and was going to walk with me through the whole process and not just take off themselves and just give me what they think that I should have. So I did a lot of research and found a wonderful doctor in Houston. Amazing. In fact, I found this doctor with another influencer. She had surgery years ago. I love the work that he did, so I called him up. And the first thing we did was we did a phone interview because, again, he's in Houston, I'm in Dallas. I wasn't going to drive 4 hours just to have a consultation and come back. So with talking to him, I did ask a lot of questions, and that's another thing. When you are going through this type of procedure, you need to ask a lot of questions. And if you're not sure what questions to ask, you need to go ahead and do your research first. Now, I did all my research. I researched what are the risks, what type of doctor to look for, what kind of results that I can expect, or skin type, all kind of stuff. I did a lot of research. So when talking to my doctor, he did take his time to talk to me and explain the whole procedure to me. Now, the one question that I did have is because I wanted to know if he had experience with working with African American skin. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, what difference does it make? Skin to skin. For me, I was really worried about scarring. I didn't want to keloid up, and I was worried about this, his incision. Not saying it has anything with skin, but I need to know, has he worked on African American skin before? And is there a different technique to make sure that it closes up well, or type of scarring? I don't know at this time. Again, I'm just asking questions on the procedure. Another thing that my doctor asked me about is, he said, so what size are you looking for? I didn't want to get the big porno boobs. I didn't want that. I wanted something that looked natural, but still gives me a shape, give me, oh girl, let me see what you're working with. That's what I wanted, right? I wanted something like that, but I didn't want anything like boom, all up in your face. So I did have a few photos that I showed him, and then he picked out the one that he thought was best for me, based upon my frame. Now keep in mind, everybody, when you get breast implants, it's going to depend on your frame. After we had our consultation, I did have to send him pictures of what my body looks like so you can have an idea of what's going to work best for me. Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't feel comfortable sending pictures like that, but I did, and that was the only way for him to have an idea, because me, I want you to be prepared when you're having surgery on me. I want you to have all the facts, everything that you need, so when it's time to go, I don't want you to have to second guess anything. What I ended up doing was getting the 350 cc's. He did start out with 370, but the 370s were so big that it wasn't fitting my chest well, so he did go down and he put the 350 in, and I'm glad that he did, because honey, look, I love him. So let's get into recovery. You want to know what the recovery time is? I will say with recovery, you're in pain maybe the first 2 days. I took pain pills like first 2 days, and after that, everything was fine. I think mostly it's not so much the pain, it's just being uncomfortable. That's the part that I did not like, because you are gonna have to sleep on your back. So if you're not a back sleeper, I'm gonna tell you right now, before you have this surgery, you wanna get in practice with that, because I hated it. And then when you're sleeping on your back, you do have to sit up. So you can't lay all the way back, you do have to sit up. So again, that's something that you do have to look into, and you do have to get yourself prepared for that, because I'm gonna be honest, I was not prepared at all. When you have your breast implants and your surgery, you cannot take a shower for a good 2 weeks. So I took a lot of sponge baths. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I miss taking a shower, but you gotta remember, you don't want to get your incisions infected or wet. So keep in mind, just have you a nice sponge and get yourself wiped down, get everything all cleaned up. But I promise you, in the end, you're going to love the results. Once you're able to get this healing part and you can get a shower, you're going to feel so much better. Okay. Now, the part that was kind of like, oh my God, you have to wear a surgical bra for like pretty much the entire time. At least for a couple of months, you have to wear a surgical bra. And this big mama is a bra that they gave me to wear. Yes, ma'am. This was Betsy, baby. This was Betsy. And if you can see, it's an older type of bra. And then in the back, it does give you the snap for the support. It's not the best looking thing, but what it does help shape your breast and keep your breast in place, because that is very important. When you're having your breast in place, they are there and they sit up really high and they're kind of hard. So when you wear this bra is basically for support. Now, you don't have to take their bra. You can bring your own bra. Make sure you talk to your doctor so they can let you know which bra type to get. But yep, this was Betsy right here. This was my best friend. Scar care. Now, I know you guys are wondering about the scar care. I know you guys are wondering what it's gonna look like. There's been stories that women have, they call them anchors on their breast, and a lot of people are worried about that. Now, I will say, thank God for me, I have very minimum scarring. And that's why it's important that you want to see your doctor's work, what work they did on before, so you can see how that person healed up and what their person looked like then and what they look like now. That is very important. So for me, I healed up very well. So my doctor gave me 2 types of cream. The first cream I started using after I was able to take a shower. It's called Sickle Fake. Now, I don't know if you can buy this in the store or not. I don't think that you can. I think this is more like an RX that you need. And so with this one, what I did was I applied the cream underneath the breast where the decision was. So I did that for 5 weeks. And let me tell you something, don't skip out on your cream. Don't do it, because I'm telling you, the results are amazing. So you're going to apply this cream like 3 to 4 times a day for like 4 to 5 weeks. Stay on it. After that, this was the next cream I got. It's called Bio Cream, and this helps with scarring. And again, don't skip out on it. If your doctor is prescribing this, you want to make sure that you use this cream at week 5 until your doctor says you no longer have to use it. Now, I kept using this cream, and sometimes I still do use the cream because I want to make sure that my scars are fully gone. But I'm telling you guys, the work here, barely any scars. Barely any scars. So by week 2, I started to feel like myself again, up around moving. But please keep in mind that this is a delicate time. So you cannot do any type of heavy lifting. You can't go to the gym, do any lifting, can't do any of that. If you want to walk a little bit, you can go ahead and walk, but that's about extensive of it. But again, you always want to check with the doctor and see what he or she says when it comes down to moving around, so you don't end up injuring yourself or breaking your stitches. Please keep in mind that you're not going to have the fully shaped just yet. Your breasts are going to sit up high, and that is normal. So keep in mind that you still have some swelling inside of you, and once the swelling comes down, then that's when you see that your breasts are going to start to take shape. Now, let me tell you something. Month 2 to 6, that's when the magic begins. Baby, let me tell you something. My implants started to drop and fluff. Baby, I started to see the work, honey, and everything that I had to go through, and it truly paid off. During that time, my breasts started to soften a little. They started to settle into place. They felt more natural. The lift gave me the shape that I wanted, even without a bra. So baby, your girls was standing up at attention. I said, you know what? Best investment ever. So fast forward a year. Let me tell you something. I am so happy. I love my breasts. Like, I love them. And I am so glad that I made a decision. Right now, I couldn't be more happier. My scars faded. The size matches my body perfectly. And everything feels so natural. I can wear whatever bra that I want. I can sleep any way that I want. I can work out now. I can do so many things that I couldn't do before. And truth be told, most days I forget I got implants in, because they feel and they look so natural, like they're a part of my own body. So here are my 5 takeaways if you plan on doing a breast implant, a breast lift, or one or the other. Number 1, go with a board certified surgeon. No exceptions, because when they're board certified, that means they took extra classes, extra steps to make sure that they know everything about the procedure and they've been certified in it. Number 2, be realistic. Now, final results are going to take time. You are not going to heal overnight. You're not going to heal in 3 months. You're not going to do any of that. I would say a year later, I am fine, perfectly where I want to be. So be realistic. Don't look for instant results. Give it time, and trust me, you're gonna love the final results. Number 3, wear your supported bra as directed. Now that bra is gonna help shape your breast and make sure they should be in place the way that they should be, so they can look natural. When you're not wearing that supported bra, you are running the risk of your breast drooping and sagging again. And why pay all that money for not the best results? That doesn't make any sense. Number 4, make sure you follow up with aftercare. I still had like every 2 months with my doctor, following up on me, making sure everything is good. They wanted to see pictures, how I'm healing, and things like that. So please make sure that you keep up with those appointments and let your doctor know if you feel something that's not right, or they're not taking shape, or whatever questions that you have. Those are your times to follow up with your doctor so they can help you along this process. And number 5, be patient. Your results will get better over time. I cannot stress that enough. Be patient and enjoy the process, because once the process is over, you have the results that you want. You can finally be at peace, and you can finally be at ease and enjoy them. So honestly, this was the best decision I've ever made. Like, I made some decisions before, but this was the best decision I ever made because my confidence level is through the roof. I feel sexy around my husband. You know what I mean? I love putting on swimsuits now, and I got to pick up my girls off the floor, if you know what I mean. Now, I know you guys are wondering, what is the cost? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Costs vary depending on what you need. My cost could be not your cost, so to speak. So it depends on what work that you need. But I will say, make sure that you shop around, okay? And also too, a lot of doctors' offices provide care credit. So if you don't have the money all up front, you can go ahead and put that on payments, set that up for you once a month, make your payments. So don't think that these types of surgeries are out of your reach, because there are lots of options. You can do, like I said, the care credit, you can take a loan out, you can pay cash for them. Me, in my case, we pay cash because I don't like no bills and I want to own them right now. Just kidding, just a joke. So thank you guys for hanging out with me for my 1-year update on my breast surgery. And don't forget to leave a comment below. And let me tell you something, let's just talk about it. Leave a comment below if you have any additional questions or anything else you want me to answer for you. And if you just need some encouragement or just need to talk about it, put it in the comments. And if you also had some type of breast implants or a lift, leave a comment below and let us know what your journey is. On that note, guys, thank you guys so much for spending time with me and on my journey. So with that note, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.